Yo, 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 what is going on, guys? Merry Christmas Eve to those of you who are in the US, and Merry Christmas to those of you who are somewhere overseas where it's already Christmas. So, wow, 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 wow. Just as a typical message, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope that, many of you have an opportunity to be with loved ones, whether it's online or whether it's in person. And overall, um, I recommend everyone be safe and be smart about how they're traveling this year. My girlfriend, who works for a major hospital here in Los Angeles, I get to see firsthand just how impactful the hospitals are right now in terms of COVID. And so please do your best to be safe and be mindful of this virus. But that's beside the point. So, in today's video, we're going to talk about should you smoke this holiday season? Okay, so the disclaimer, this video is for people who are looking to gain a handle on their pot use and even more so looking to gain a handle on themselves. Okay, and so the context of this question is, it comes from my experience as well as the experience I have with my clients, which is, should I smoke? Right? Should I smoke? Especially in the holiday season when it's a time for rest, it's a time for pleasure, it's a time for celebration. And not only that, some of us have friends and family that we typically have, a jolly merry time with, whether that's smoking a J, whether that's having good food, whether that's, drinking up the alcohol. And particularly for you, as a wild stoner looking to change your ways, you're asking yourself, man, I really want to be able to enjoy this Christmas season, this Christmas day, but I also don't want to go back to my old self, because in my experience, that's really the problem at hand. You want to enjoy marijuana in full permission, full enjoyment, and you don't want to go back to your old ways. You don't want to lose progress. You don't want to feel like shit. You don't want to feel guilty. You don't want to feel like you fucked up. And if you take a look, this is very similar to the vibe of someone who is like on their fitness journey, their health journey, and you know, they've been on it, they've been on their diet, they've been on this, all that, but then the holiday season comes and it's like, oh my God, all the food's there, all the joy is there, I don't want to be judged by people. Like, do I really have to bring my vegetables to, Christmas? And so there's a lot of different angles to go about this question, okay? Really a lot of different angles to go about this. So in terms of the marijuana, my strict advice is to say no. If you're someone who said, I'm going to go a month off, 90 days off, a week off, or you're someone who said, I only do it on the weekends, whatever your initial plan was, stick to that plan. And the reason is because you made that plan for a goddamn reason. And unless you made room to smoke this holiday, then you will literally be going against your plan. Okay? And there's something about waking up the next day knowing for ourselves that we stuck to our word, right? And it's a promise. Like we kept the promise to ourselves, and it's more than just, oh, I promised I wouldn't smoke. The promise is like, I promised that I was going to be better. I promised that I wasn't going to make the same old decisions. I promised I was going to change. And so if you're someone that made a promise, right, then keep that promise. Okay? This is about you. And guess what? Consider this, that what you're experiencing is something like FOMO, okay? And even more than that, you're experiencing something like a sale you don't want to miss, right? This emotional urgency created in the moment. Because think about, like, how many times have you bought something like out of like you didn't think about it, you bought it because, oh, it's a good deal, or oh, you didn't want to miss out on a good deal. And so consider that what you're going through right now, this conflict within you, it's like, oh, I don't want to miss out on a good deal. Like, oh God, I'm going to be missing out. And the longer you focus on this whole I'm missing out thing, the longer you're going to probably end up smoking and convince yourself that this is a good idea. What's a big deal? Da, 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 da. And you're not present to the bigger picture, which is, how is this going to impact me long term? How is this going to impact me emotionally? Now, that's one perspective. That's one approach. Here's another approach, okay? And I say this with caution, and I urge you to listen to this with an ear of caution. This strategy is only for people who have a handle on themselves, at least a little bit. That you can do what you say. That you're not just going to bullshit yourself if you say, oh, I'll smoke today and then I won't tomorrow. If that's a strategy that has never worked for you, you can't use it now because it's not going to work unless you're willing to step up to the plate, okay? So here's the thing. Let's say you're someone that said, okay, I'm not going to smoke for 90 days. Okay, oh my God. Again, I urge you to take the 90 days. Don't fuck up now. But if you're someone who's like, I said I'd only do it on the weekends, but the holiday season is here and the holiday season is different. And so what you can do if you have a sense of responsibility is saying, you know what, I'm going to give myself the permission to enjoy marijuana in full permission for today and tomorrow, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. And once that's over, I'm back on my plan or I'm back on my mode of responsibility. Okay, so here's the slippery slope for many of you. You've tried to do this before, but you haven't. Okay, and so don't fucking kid yourself now. If you know that this is a strategy that doesn't work for you, then don't kid yourself now. And it is 100% within your capability to do something today and not do something tomorrow. And if you do decide to do this, okay, because I can't control you, again, don't do this because I said it, okay? I'm not trying to enable you. I'm trying to give you options here, okay? If you are someone that is going to give yourself permission to smoke today and tomorrow, what have you, be very clear on what this is. This is 2 fucking days. Two, okay? Not, okay? And so what's been working for you before needs to start working again in the future. Meaning, if you're someone that doesn't smoke pot regularly anymore, okay? All those different strategies and habits you have in place now, they need to continue. They need to continue after these 2 days are over. In fact, they need to continue even if you smoke today and tomorrow. Because the issue is, in my experience and my experience with my clients is, oh, you smoke weed once and all of a sudden you're back to using it how you did. Oh, I'm going to smoke it. I'm going to smoke weed in the morning instead of exercising. Oh, I'm going to smoke weed in the middle of the day instead of doing breath work. Oh, I'm going to smoke at night instead of talking to my friends. Okay? Marijuana is not the answer to your fucking life. Remember this. Remember this. It's just something to enjoy and utilize, but it's not the answer to your life. In fact, if you use marijuana to solve your life, that's what got you here in the first place. It's not here to solve your life. That's on you. That's on us. Okay? And so, again, my stern advice is that whatever you fucking promise yourself, that you don't ditch that promise now. Okay? That you don't ditch that promise now. And if you have a sense of responsibility and awareness and consciousness to you, you can create the next 2 days being, okay, I'm going to allow myself to smoke tomorrow and smoke today, and then that's it. Now, just be clear about one final thing. What are your values? What are your values? Because I'm guessing that you have a value called, I like to have fun, I like to be free, I like to be cheerful. And you have another value that says, I like discipline, I like integrity, I like moving forward, I like growth, I like feeling good about myself in the morning. Okay? And so based on all those factors, pick the strategy that will have you wake up tomorrow morning feeling your fucking best. Straight up. Whatever that fucking is. And that's on you, okay? Me, I'm not smoking this holiday season. Why? Because I don't need it. I don't want it. And I will feel much better about myself at the end of the year knowing that, oh, it's just weed. Okay, and if you want to enjoy it with some family or friend or whatever, you're allowed to do that. Okay, my life is not your life is not my life. Make a wise decision here, not a childish decision. Not, oh, Gabe said that I can do it, so I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Okay, no, really see if you could take a breath right now. Think long term. Who do you want to be? What is this about? And based on those 2 things, amongst many other things, make your decision. And my fucking guess, is that for most of you, although smoking these next 2 days will be nice, it'll be fun, it'll be a great time, for many of you, saying no, holding strong, and finding a way to enjoy the holidays without any of the marijuana will have you rise up to this whole nother level of yourself. And you'll start to realize, like, oh, I don't need it, right? And this is not about not needing marijuana and never smoking again. This is realizing, like, oh, like, cravings are cravings, and what's actually more important is me having integrity with myself and me having alignment with my values. Okay, and I'm guessing for many of you, you no longer align with being like a fucking knee-jerk smoker. Oh, I'm just gonna pleasure, right? Nothing wrong with pleasure, okay? But marijuana hits a very specific nerve for us, people like us, okay? And I don't mean like people who have addictive personalities. I mean like people who have a history of using marijuana for 1,000 things and not having a life, right? And so, anyways, rant over. Merry Christmas Eve, Merry Christmas. The red fit is on fire. All right, I love you guys so much. Hopefully this video wasn't too like poo-poo energy. I'm just trying to look out for y'all guys. And I can recall so many times where in my history I was like, oh, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? Well, the big deal is that you said you were gonna do something. You said you were gonna change, and so now it gets a little hard, and you can't have the cookie when you want it, and all of a sudden you're giving up everything. Please, guys, do yourself a favor and win this time. Give yourself the gift of growing. Give yourself the gift of being better than you were last year. It's not that hard. You'll have many other Christmases to smoke, and you'll get to learn. You'll get to learn after the fact, okay, whether or not you smoke or don't smoke, you'll get to learn. Oh, I would have rather not do that. Oh, I wish I did do that. So you get to learn, okay? So take this opportunity to do something different and learn, because you already know what's going to happen if you've been doing the same old shit, okay? You know the answer. You know the answers, okay? So do something different this Christmas. Why not? Why not? You're going to die one day. Why not do something different and see what happens, all right? So anyways, Merry Christmas. I love y'all. 3,000 subscribers. Holy shit. I love y'all guys. All right. Next video. Peace.